Welcome back, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us. Happy Tuesday and happy 1st of November. Although temperatures that we're seeing aren't exactly what we'd be thinking to see in November. Right now, current conditions in Carbondale are at 81 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Your dew point at 56, along with your humidity at 42, along with your winds traveling from the southwest at 18 miles per hour. Now, looking at our almanac here, today's temperatures are looking more closer to the records than they are the averages. We almost broke a record as we saw set in 1933 with temperatures at 88 and today's high at 82. Luckily, our low tonight at 60 isn't going to be breaking any of those records that were set in 1913. Looking at our temperatures across the region, we see Carbondale and Mount Vernon both at 81 degrees. Marion and Cape Girardeau down here both at 83. Belleville at 82 and Paducah, Kentucky at the high of 84. Looking ahead into our temperatures at this hour across the nation, we see southern Illinois along with St. Louis aren't the only ones experiencing this warm up that we have right now. We see southern states and cities such as Dallas and Houston here in Texas in the red zone area, and those temperatures are at about 80 to 90 degrees. Looking at our surface map, we see all of Illinois is looking pretty clear and moderate, but we are going to be in this high pressure system that is going to be moving in, giving us a little bit more like summertime in August than it did fall in September. As you can see, viewer photos sent in from Taylor Vessel. He was on the SIU campus this afternoon. We see some of those fair weather clouds just above the SIU clock tower. And if you'd like to see any of your weather photos, send them in. Follow us on our Twitter page at River Region News. Maybe you'll see one of your weather photos on our next show. Now, a lot of people were saying today, this hot, this humid weather isn't normal for this time of year. Well, the answer to that is yes. For here in southern Illinois, we see an average of about 80 degrees today. Welcome back, everyone, to River Region Evening Edition, and happy Tuesday to everyone. Right now, we're looking at some clear skies and conditions sitting at 88 degrees, your dew point at 67, and humidity at 55, with your winds traveling from the east at 3 miles per hour. Now looking at our almanac, we see that today's high and low are way above average for this time of year, 88 being the high today and the average being at 80. This day in 1940, we see temperatures at 100 degrees. Now I know today might have felt like that. Luckily, we didn't have to brace that scorching weather. Now looking at the temperatures across the region, we see Carbondale is sitting at 88 degrees, Belleville at 89, Mount Vernon, Marion, and Cape Girardeau all at 86 degrees, and over in Kentucky, Welcome back, everyone, and thanks so much for joining us. Right now, current conditions in Carbondale are looking pretty good. Clear skies along with a high of 80 degrees today. Your dew point at 63 along with humidity at 57, with your winds traveling from the southeast at 9 miles per hour. Now looking at our almanac, today's high of 80 degrees is well and above the average of 74 that we should be seeing at this time of year. Your record high in 1922 of 94 degrees and your low in 1981 at I believe it was 31 degrees. Now looking ahead at our regional map, we see Carbondale is sitting at 80 degrees along with Mount Vernon and Cape Girardeau both at 81 and Paducah at 87. Now looking ahead at the temperatures across the nation, we see that over here in the red, we see the southern states are looking at temperatures at about in the upper 80s, almost 90-degree mark, along with everyone else up in the upper 60s, almost 70-degree mark. Looking ahead at our surface map, we see that there are possible rain and storms coming into Carbondale or the southern Illinois area tomorrow, and hopefully they're not going to be staying for too long. They shouldn't stay throughout the whole day. Looking ahead at Thursdays, we see that the cool front that is coming in could possibly counteract with what we're seeing as Hurricane Matthew coming into Florida's east coast. So we're going to be letting you know about that during the coming days if it does hit. Now we see tonight's temperatures at 67 with mostly clear skies. By tomorrow, we're going to see cloudy skies and those possible stray showers, probably at about 20% chance, with a high of 80 degrees, and into tomorrow night, partly cloudy skies with light and variable winds with a low of 64 degrees. Looking ahead at our 5-day outlook, we see temperatures on Wednesday are going to stay in the upper 80s throughout Friday. And thank you so much for joining us. I'm Karrie Sacketos here with your River Region weather update. Right now, current conditions in Carbondale this evening are about 58 degrees with cloudy skies. Your dew point sitting at 49 degrees with your humidity at 68 and your winds traveling from the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Our almanac here today showing us that your high of 60 degrees that Carbondale reached was just 9 degrees above the normal average. record set in 1927 at 74 and your record low in 1958 at 7. Luckily tonight your low is only going to be at about 34 degrees. Now looking at our temperatures around the region, as we said, Carbondale along with most parts of the region are at about into the upper 50s, almost 60 degrees, as we see in Marion 60 degrees and Paducah at 63. Mount Vernon at 55 and Belleville at the low of 54. Now looking at our temperatures across the nation, we see in the west over here, cities from Denver to Seattle are in a purple region, and those temperatures are at about 20 to 30 degrees as they've seen their precipitation of snowfall. As for us in the Midwest, we're looking at temperatures varying into the 50s and 60s, and those are shown from our color map in the green and yellow zones. Into our surface map here. We're going to be getting it for you just about a minute. There we go. We're looking at that more clear and detailed surface that we can be seeing as we see the snowfall over here that has reached those areas of the west. And as we can see here, states just below Illinois of Kentucky and Texas are in a severe thunderstorm, as we can see in the yellow, and that's provided by that low pressure system that is just below us. Luckily, we don't have to expect that possible flash flooding as they have. Now looking at our surface map for tomorrow, we're going to see that high pressure system is moving through the east and is going to give us those mild and dry conditions we're going to want to see for the next day or so. So looking into tonight, your temperatures are going to be at a low of 39 degrees with partly cloudy skies. Into tomorrow, we're going to see mostly sunny skies and a few clouds throughout the afternoon. Your high at 51. And into tomorrow night, we're going to see those clear conditions with a cooler low at 33 degrees. Checking out our